How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out this month's update, and it's a pretty decent size update for the fact that the team is also working on getting in modular cars and redoing how helicopters and stuff are actually obtained. So the team is working on a ton of stuff. On top of that, they're optimizing, they're making new animals, and they're still converting everything over to HDRP. So tons and tons of stuff being worked on, but they've gotten us, I guess, what you could call building 4.0, and it's the new update. Now, some people might not like some changes. We'll just have to see. I think everyone's creative enough to where it shouldn't be a big deal. But foundation steps are gone and have been replaced with what's simply called steps. So you see right here, steps. Now, for them to actually place properly, you have to be able to put them on a foundation. But if it's close enough to the ground, it can hang off to continue. So it's a little bit weird. So what we'll do is I'll show it here. And you'll see this doesn't do anything, right? It's floating. So you actually can place a foundation here. And then you can place that. But this also then allows you can actually get rid of the bottom part here. So what we'll do is get, let's see, is that too steep? Yeah, that's too steep. And then let's grab a tool real quick. I thought I had everything I needed today, but of course not. And if we go ahead, you can see it stayed. So you can still play around with it, and it doesn't stop you from going ahead and adding to it. You can continue that way. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit different, but I think they look quite cool. They did a good job with the models, especially the armored. I think it looks really sleek. Very nice. And then we've got a new block, the ramp block. So this is obviously for cars, which should be coming in next month. And as you can see, each tier looks a little bit different. You got some rope with the wood and stone tier, and then you've got these metal grids, or meshes, between the sheet metal and the armored. And again, the ramps work kind of in a similar way to the steps over there. Then we finally got spiral stairs, guys. Everyone has been begging for spiral stairs. So we got square spiral stairs, and we have triangle. So that's pretty cool. Also, the cost for the ramp right there is 25 wood to get it up and going. So with this, you can see this is one spiral step in each tier, and I like how there's like these little highlights of wood in with the stone one, and then you've got the same thing with the plywood on the metal, and then you've got the same kind of cool industrial look to the armored. And then to kind of just show how it works, like in a block itself, you can see it lines up nicely with the doors. Then here's the second one. And you could either continue out something this way, or you can come out this way right here. And with the doors, it really is just much more convenient. So that's actually quite nice. Then, of course, we've got the triangle versions. These are all just one block, as you can see. Same thing here. A little bit of the plywood going on with this one, and up there I kind of like how sheet metal-y it is. That's really cool. And then with armored, you've got another solid wall kind of set up with that there. So how do these work? And these can really be set up anyway. If you're gonna do 2 floors, you need at least 2 triangles. So you can see this is the 2 floors connected, and then you can do something on the side here, or you can continue the spiral upwards. It's really just up to you, how you want to keep connecting it. And as you can see, boom, next one connects right there. So, you can keep going up in the 2 block radius there. Of course, it does have eventually a height limit. So you get the idea with, how these work right here. So definitely very cool. These blocks are going to really help people make some really creative stuff. And then something else that has been begged for forever is the metal triangle floor grade, and we have it now. That's right, you can now do a triangle floor frame is the word I'm looking for. So not only do we have that, but the much requested ladder hatch. Yes! So that is totally awesome. You can place it, of course, facing all 3 of the different directions of the triangle. However you want to play around with it there. And yeah, wow. Triangle ladder hatch. Finally, some really cool possibilities with building. And then, on top of all this, all of the buildings have new, what's called conditional models. And I think eventually they're going to work on getting the roofs to, like, curve around and so forth. Because, like, right now they kind of clip through each other really weird. And you can see the log... Or, well, you can see logs. So you can actually see wood has, like, the split logs. It's definitely way more defined. And then you can see in stone, you've got these nice, beautiful kind of stoned corners, which really kind of highlight. And it just kind of melds into the foundation, which looks nice. And then sheet metal has completely got an overhaul. It's much more rusty and dusty. It kind of does the same thing as wood, where it has little pieces that stick off the sides. It's definitely got a very cool look. And then if you didn't notice, on the inside, it actually looks like plywood now. So we jump in here and you can see the metal frame, and then there's pieces of plywood all in here. So it's very, very different. But I dig it. It gives it kind of more of a homey feel to it. It doesn't seem so messed up. Now, the armor stayed the same, except for the corners, but it gets these nice beefy corners now. And yeah, it definitely just really brings out that armored look to it. So I think the team did a great job on that. So moving on, the other big thing is, of course, Rust Plus. So what is this Rust Plus? Well, it is a app for your phone. You can download it on the iOS or on Android. I've got the link down in the description below for the dev blog that has all the links and details you'll probably need on that. But we're going to go over, of course, the basics. So first things first, you'll notice in your menu, there's going to be a Rust Plus option. Once you get here, you're going to have to send a notification to your phone, and then it should pop up a notification, and once that's enabled, you can now interact with the server and your phone. Now, with that, it's going to have all sorts of things, like you can check out the whole map from your phone, so you can see things like the heli going around, you can see your sleeping bags, etc., things like that, your last death point even. So yeah, it's very, very detailed in that aspect. Then you can also talk in team chat to your friends in-game from your phone. And then it has the alerts option. So let's go ahead and actually check out how this stuff works. So if you go over here, I've got a little base set up. And you can see we've got one of these HBDFK. I'm really bad at remembering how to say that thing. Sensor. We've got a little turret here. You can see we've got a door controller hooked up. And what we've got over here is the smart switch. You see it has a little antenna, that's how you can tell the difference. And then we've also got the smart alarm over here. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at these. As well as we also got a button. It has nothing to do with the smart stuff. It's just a new electrical item that's useful. You press it and it sends power out for 5 seconds. It's going to cost you 20 to research. And the smart switch is also going to be 20. Smart alarm is going to be 75. And then, so people are like, well, okay, do we have to learn both? And actually, if you research one of these for 75... Come on, any second now. So you'll see we're researching the square one. And we learned the square one. Oh, okay. I guess we already knew that. Floor grail. And it should also... Alright, so my understanding was if you learn one, it teaches you both. But as of right now, it looks like that's not the case. I don't know if that got changed or if there's just something weird with the version of my server. But it looks like they might be 75 each. Let's see, learn. Yeah, see, it let me learn that. And is it going to pop up in here now? Yeah, it did. Alright, so it looks like they are separate blueprints. As you can see, I already know the ladder hatch, but I don't know the triangle one. So yeah, for the time being, it looks like that might be the case there. So cost-wise, this is going to be 75 metal frags, so exactly the same as the square one. And then the ladder hatch is going to be, I believe, are they the same? 1 ladder, 300 frags, 3 gears. Yeah, so exactly the same. And then let's take a look at the smart alarms here. we've got the smart switch is going to be 3 high qual on the tech trash, and then we're looking at 3 high qual on tech trash. So exactly the same for both of those. And, oh, of course, the button is going to be 5 high qual. So the typical electrical piece cost, pretty much. So let's get into this here. So the first thing here is your smart alarm isn't going to just work if you hook up power. If you just hook up power straight to it, it's just going to continuously send an alert to your phone. Now, it needs to be hooked up to something, which is why we have set sensor out here. So it'd be difficult like that. You'll see that guy was moving and blinking, and now it's gone down, and it would send a alert to your phone. Now you can edit that alert, and you can call it, like, you know, let's say front door, and you know, your base under attack, whatever you want to call it. Boom. And so that's what it's going to be now. And then that's all set there. You don't have to worry about anything else. But how do you pair it? So for some reason, I don't know. There we go. You have to have a wire tool. And then you click pair. And it's going to send a notification to your phone. Once you accept that, it's all linked and set to go. Same thing works with the smart switch over here. So we're going to close that back up like it should be. And, you know, like, let's say we're getting raided or something. This door would obviously be closed, but I'm going to leave it open so you can see what happens. So the smart switch over here, same thing. You go, you pair it, you're going to get a notification. And then from your phone, you can literally toggle this. Door opens, turret turns on. Boom, you know. And the possibilities are, you know, awesome with this. Because you can do anything. You know, my previous video where I kind of showed like a little bit of a preview on this, you can light a furnace using an igniter from your phone. You can turn on your water purification. You can water your plants. I mean, there's so much stuff you can do with this already, and I know the team has other stuff planned. They are looking into trying to get the CCTV cameras to work with the app without causing too much performance problems for the game. So that is something that could be in the future possibility. But yeah, guys, that pretty much covers all of it. Thanks for watching, and for the extra details, like I said, the dev blog is linked down below, or you can check out my other video, which does show it step by step a little bit more in depth, which will also be linked. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a great wipe. Stay safe.